Welcome back to another episode. You haven't seen us before? He's done it.
I'm joking. I'm Danny.
I'm Jamie.
That's Jamie.
We're Danny and Jamie.
We're Danny and Jamie.
And we've just come back from our Orlando, Florida holiday. Walt Disney World, Universal, SeaWorld, all that kind of shenanigans. We've just got back.
We're back a while now.
Well, we have been back
2
a while,
months.
if not longer. But we've just got back on YouTube terms.
Yeah, this is the final episode now of the series. Coming to a conclusion now.
So, what this video is...
Get a drink.
You're getting a drink? Oh, it's there.
It's only here.
And grab mine.
Oh yeah,
Why
now he wants a drink.
What are you there? There's not much left in it.
McDonald's, McCafe. Oh, aching.
Good, everyone.
I had to change my living room round for this video. We sat in a weird way. What
I have to move all one piece of furniture that's in here.
Yeah.
So we put out a thing on Instagram, on YouTube, on the Facebook group. I'll put the things on here, so if you want to be a part of them, want to come and get involved, then you can do.
On the social.
Just saying, if you have any questions about the trip, anything you want to know, blah 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 blah, ping them across and we'll answer them as best we can.
Because we did do a review coming home. We're in the airport in Florida. Sat outside in like this beer garden.
Florida, was it? Where were we?
Yeah, we're Florida. Still Florida.
What was the airport though?
Melbourne.
Melbourne.
It wasn't Orlando.
Ah, okay.
International. Still Florida, the state. Anyway, we were filming it in there, but it was very windy, very loud, and a bit all half-hashed.
Well, we were next to the runway, weren't we?
Yeah,
So it was
it
like...
was a really nice little area to be, but it was just very loud. And we got back and we're like, shall we just film a bit more of a easy one to watch, a bit more of a proper video of it, rather than just chucking a little segment in? Then thought, well, now everyone's watched it back, and we've had a chance to watch it back. Well, most of them back.
You probably haven't watched any of them.
I've watched a few.
I watch them all because I edit them. I know for a fact he hasn't watched any of them.
We thought we can look back on it now and remember things and answer questions of the trip.
So we'll start with YouTube questions then.
Let's go.
A couple of them across obviously YouTube, Instagram, Facebook will be the same. Well, let's go through them. First question then. I'm a Disney and Universal Studios fan. All my friends don't get and can't understand why I go all the time. That's why I do solo trips, which I've enjoyed so far. Jamie, have you ever considered getting a group of people together to go? People that are as enthusiastic about the parks as you. Straight up answer is no, I've not. I'm very one of these, I'm not really a people person, am I?
You're not.
Off kind of in my real life.
When you watch this, he's fake as anything. Like, he just doesn't like people, he's miserable. Camera comes on. Hi, you guys!
Well, no,
Loves the world.
in my job as a DJ and everything, you're always on the go, people and everything, we're so friendly. In my job running a pub, you're a people person all the time. So as soon as I'm not working, it's a case of, I'm not doing anything, I just want to be with my little group of friends, and that's me happy. So I'm not really a people person as
Would
much
you
as
not like to be a part of a Disney group to go on Disney trips with and stuff like that?
No, I don't think so.
I might.
Just enjoy doing me.
I might make one.
Yeah, I'm not good at making friends. I'm just not a people person. It's a good way to start off, isn't it?
I don't like people. I don't have any friends.
Right.
But no, I think that'd be good for Jamie. We'll try and get him out there. We'll get him a little group. Maybe you invite him. He'll come with you. Whoever asked the question.
Next up. I'm part of my first trip to Orlando in nearly 15 years. From the UK too, but we went as a kid. Any tips on booking flights from the UK, attraction, tickets, packages, and how much the budget, etc.?
Yeah. Well, we did it for the first time, so we booked it as a package. We used TUI, who are a big travel operator here in the UK. We booked it all with them, the hotel and the flights. We bought the tickets through attraction tickets, because that's just the best deal
That was a package you got your Universal, your Disney, and your SeaWorld, and Busch Gardens if you wanted it, and SeaWorld's Aquatica as well, all included for the price of like a 7-day ticket. You got 2 weeks tickets of everything for the price of a 7-day.
We got 800
ticket.
quid, weren't it?
Yeah,
bargain.
It was really good for the deal we get. So attraction tickets
for the tickets, flight and hotels, a package. I think it worked out good. But I think what we what we did as well, what I did, obviously we booked it, and I just kept checking the price as well, and it had gone down quite a lot at one point, and I was like, if we were to book it now, it was like £600 cheaper. So being clued up, like I phoned them up, I got them to amend the holiday, so I got them to move it to a day forward, then move it a day back to the original day. So they charged me the amendment fees, and we still got like a £400-500 saving back.
Yeah, pay £50 to amend it, but in the grand scheme of things, actually saves like 500 quid.
So yeah, I recommended it to pay 2 amendment fees to change it once to like a day on, then amended to change it back to what we originally had it booked, because those are the dates we obviously wanted to go. If you were flexible with the dates, you change the date once and we could do it, but then yeah, we got the money back then as well. So I'd say keep checking. Once you have booked it, just check, and if you can get it at a better price, just give them a call.
Happy days. Love the vlogs and how into the Disney way of life you get. Used to think all the Disney perks made the price acceptable, but with most of that gone, what do you think the extra you pay at Disney gets you, and is it worth it?
Okay.
Well, being our first time, we didn't know really what to expect, what the perks were or anything. So for us, what we got, we had early park entry. It was like an extra 30 minutes in any of the 4 parks before they open. And so we could probably have got 2 attractions done, didn't we, in that first 30 minutes when we did use it, when we got up and did rope drop. Not that we often did. Yeah. So
but the option were there.
Well, I don't know what any of the original perks were. We had Memory Maker included with our tickets from attraction tickets. So I don't know what perks have gone missing because it's our first time to do it.
I don't really know why. I know there was. I think there was longer magic hours, and I think they had late magic hours as well.
Well, the magic hours used to be 1 hour, but it was in one park, whereas now it's 30 minutes in every park.
No, I'm not fully clear on what other stuff were, but I think for me, like, the perk of staying in a hotel on site, I think it's just convenient. Just when you are going to the parks, you know, all your transportation here, there and everywhere. So if I was staying off-site, having to get buses or Ubers and lifts everywhere, would just get a bit annoying, I think. So I mean, it depends what you're doing and what kind of holiday you want. If you want to be up and out in the parks early every day, stay on site. If you get a massive saving, and you want to stay in a villa or a hotel like an international drive or anything, and you're not bothered about getting buses or you hire a car, then yeah, stay off site and save yourself the money.
Yeah, for me, I was happy with what we paid and the holiday we had. I was really happy. What did the holiday cost us?
It cost, for the 2-week package, it were like just over £2,000 each, and then
well, we had like 2.5 years to pay it off. So we were just paying like 50 quid this month, £100 this month.
We had premium books with the flights as well, so that made it a little bit more. And then the tickets were 800, so about like £2,800, £2,900 each.
Wasn't that much?
Yeah, including the tickets and stuff.
Oh, okay. But yeah, we paid it off, just monthly instalments, 100 quid a month. So that's... for what we paid, I was happy with the holiday that I had. Was you?
We'll get on to that in a little while. I can answer that question. I think for the money, for me, I think it's quite clear if you've watched the videos, I'm not a Disney person. I've not got a connection or attachment to like Disney like Jamie has, and obviously a lot of you have. So for me, I had a good time. I enjoyed myself in my own way. But like, for that money, I could go to a hell of a lot more places that I would probably enjoy a lot more, because it's not cheap, is it? I mean, even you're on a budget, like, you're looking at least 3.5, 4 grand. Because we stayed in a budget hotel, didn't we? Really, the hop and everything. So we didn't really splash out. Plus, 4 grand really on your spending money and everything. For that money, there's so many more places I could go for that. But it's one of them, innit? You expect to pay that for Disney. So I don't begrudge paying it to go there. But there's a lot more places for that money that I would rather go. If that makes sense.
Happy day. Well, it's been my dream holiday since being a kid, so I ticked it off. My next one of my dream holidays is Vegas, so hopefully I'll be ticking that off soon in the near future. And then back to Disney and Busch Gardens I want to do and all the other bits. Anyway, let's see what the next question is. We've just returned from Orlando. We loved the place. Would be interested in hearing your top 5 theme park rides. We're having trouble agreeing ours as there's just so many amazing attractions. Cheers, mate. Top 5
rides.
Theme park rides in Orlando. So the parks that we did then were the 4 Disney parks. We did SeaWorld and we did both Universal and Universal's Islands of Adventure. So, do you want to do your top 5 first?
No, you can go first. I need to think.
Top 5. My number 1 was Velocicoaster. My number 1 coaster that I've ever ridden anywhere in the world. Number 2 would be Hagrid's Magical Motorbike Adventure. That was just incredible. Number 3, I would say probably Mako at SeaWorld, the big one that drops down with just the lap bar. That was amazing. Number 4 would probably be maybe Kraken. And number 5 would be, I don't know how to think about these or wrote these down rather than going straight in. And number 5 would be either, I'm putting 2 in, either Rise of the Resistance, the dark ride at Hollywood Studios. That was just when I first rode that, wow. Or Avatar's Flight of Passage. That was really good. So somewhere else, so mainly all big coasters, but then I had to throw Star Wars in just because it was incredible. I came off just like, what the hell have we just been on? Right. So yeah, I think without having a proper think about it and a sit down, off the top of my head, I think that's where I'm at.
Yeah, very similar for me. Definitely the rides in Universal and SeaWorld. Velocicoaster, Hagrid's motorbike. I really liked Hulk as well. That was a really good one. There was a little red one that plays music in your head as well. I really like that.
Ride Rocket.
Ride Rocket, that was fun. And then, yeah, Rise of the Resistance was like, I won't say it's a ride though, really. It's more of like an experience, that. But that was really cool. And
you had about 7 here.
No, that's them. And yeah, like the SeaWorld ones, like what you said, like Make ones, yeah, the big rides. Yeah, they were good, really good. And Flight of Passage, yeah, we did it once in the end, didn't we? But when you first experience it, you're just like, wow, that's really cool. But again, for me, I don't class it as a ride. It's more of like an experience. The
only thing Danny classes as a ride is a roller coaster.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. No dark rides, no shooting ride, no nothing. No, they're not rides.
They're not. That's an experience.
They are rides, but it's not a roller coaster.
It's not a ride.
So that's Danny's way of thinking. But yeah, certainly all the rides at SeaWorld and Universal.
What are yours? What's your order? Tell us, comment. Your top 5. Well, they said they argue, maybe they can't agree. Let us know what join.
That's true, yeah. What is your top 5? And we'll see where we are. Right. Are there any lifts to the rooms or only stairs? Was it quiet or loud in the resorts of the rooms? I'm thinking about staying in Pop Central on my next trip, and I've seen a few vlogs where people say on their day off they're trying to chill and relax in the room was impossible due to screaming children up and down the hallways. So, we stayed in Pop Century Resort. We were in the 80s block.
I think so.
I think we were.
I know we were room number 12 on the corner.
Yeah. If you have a look on the Pop Century room tour, resort tour that I did, we'll put it in the cards, one at the corners. You'll see what room we are. We'll give you a room tour and that there. For me, the resort wasn't noisy, wasn't loud. We managed to sleep in. We managed to chill. Everything. I thought the resort was absolutely bob on. I can imagine if you were staying in the 50s, 60s, right by that central hippy-dippy pool where they play some music and all the kids are, and if you're facing that pool, then yes, it would be noisy. But as we were up by the 80s, we were just off like a little small computer pool, which had no real kids there or anything. So no, it was really quiet, really easy to sleep. So if you don't want the noise, go a bit further away from the central hub.
Yeah, I don't remember anyone running around past our room or anything, or making noise. Like, you get the odd suitcase in the morning, but you're gonna have that everywhere.
I didn't hear it.
There are lifts as well. If you are still there, you can get lifts up, but they're not like sometimes. If we quite lucky because we had like a staircase going up as well, and our room was like literally right at the start of where the staircase was. But if you got the lift, you had like a little bit of a walk, so they're not always really close by.
All the lifts are like the middle.
So
the stairs on
if
the
you're
end.
like at the end, you probably take the stairs. But if you want to get the lifts, you don't get the stairs. You might have a little bit of a walk to do, but it's not massive.
But when we first went there, we used the lift to take our luggage up, and then every other time we just used the stairs.
Stairs,
So yeah, there are lifts though if you're worried about that.
And there's vending machines on each floor, and nice vendors as well.
Yeah, ice machines for those massive ashtrays that come in the room.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched the resort tour, you'll get that. So yeah.
But no, it was nice. I liked Pop Century.
I'd definitely stay there again for the money compared to the price of some of the other hotels. I would 100% stay there again.
Yeah, get yourself booked.
Hey up, one from Coaster Capturers. Dale and Jess.
You don't mention them before.
Dale and Jess. If you had to pick one exact moment that was your favourite out of the whole trip, what would it be? That's from Jess.
Coming home. I'm joking. I'm joking. Well,
that's a real tricky one, Jess.
Is it?
What, one favourite standout moment of the whole trip? No.
What about when you
got it?
When you cried when you met Mickey Mouse?
It didn't happen.
Oh, he cut that out at the end, didn't he? Because he didn't want to look soft, but he was in tears.
I didn't cry.
Well, have you got your favourite moment?
Yeah.
Go on then, share it with the group.
I didn't cry meeting Mickey. I didn't cry at all. I thought I might have cried at Castle, but I didn't. Or one at Shaw's, but I didn't. Anyway, that's a tricky one. But my favourite moment of the whole trip was the Universal VIP day. Hands down.
Just the whole day in general.
The whole VIP day. That was an experience and a half. And I'm so glad that we paid the extra to go and do it. And I don't think I'd be able to visit Universal again without having at least one VIP day included, because...
Such a snob.
Well, no, the convenience of it and
Yeah,
the front of the line access to every ride and the backstage tours and everything was just incredible. That day was just phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a really good day. I think that was my favourite day of the trip. But in terms of specific moments...
I know what you're going to say. Hugging Belle.
No.
Oh.
It was up there and it will live with me forever. Smelling Belle's hair. My favourite moment of the trip was actually the first morning. You know, I'm about to take people by surprise. It was just the first morning, I think, of being there. We were in Hollywood Studios, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
And I think when we were on, they got the Rise of Resistance and stuff on the phone. I'll mention that. And then we just walked in, and I think walking down, I was just like, oh my god, like the sun was out, it was shining, clear sky. I mean, Orlando, waited a while to go on my holidays after all the COVID and stuff, and it was just nice to be away. I remember that moment, like, oh, I'm on my holidays. That was a nice moment. Might not be a generic answer, but that was just a nice moment.
Oh, yeah.
On my first holiday I had in years.
Yeah, no, there was so many. Seeing the castle for the first time, watching Enchantment, seeing the projection shows, riding every ride that I've watched on YouTube. Like, every single moment for me was just one of the best moments. But a standout day was that.
Oh yeah, standout day, VIP tour by a mile.
Yeah.
If you've not done it, just do it. You've paid all that money to go to Orlando and all that. What's an extra couple of $300? Do it.
There we go. I'm off to Orlando as I type this, but I'd be interested to see how you feel Disney Orlando compares to Disney Paris. Also, do you have any plans to visit any other Disney parks across the globe?
No.
Yes, I do. I want to go to Tokyo Disney Sea. That looks phenomenal, looks incredible. I want to go to Disney California, the original, the OG Disney park where Walt himself built it. So I want to do those. You don't want to go to any other Disney parks?
Well, no, like, not really. I mean, it's not something I'm like, oh, I can't wait to book this. If it ever came up in life, possibly. The one that I would be interested to would be Tokyo, actually, to be fair, because I do want to go to Japan. It's somewhere that I've wanted to go, but it's not something I'm like, I want to go to Disneyland, Tokyo. Yeah. Just like, if I'm ever in Tokyo, I might nip in for a day. You know what I mean? Yeah. But going back to comparing it to Disneyland Paris, because obviously you'd probably tell us being there if you watched it. Go
back and watch the DLP series.
If I was to go back to a Disney park, I would be picking Paris over Orlando.
For Disney, yeah. There are more things to do in Orlando at the Disney parks, but the quality of the attractions that Disney Paris has, I think, is better than the quality of the attractions, specifically talking Magic Kingdom, because that's what Disney is Magic Kingdom at Paris, and small usual studios. I think Paris has got better quality.
I think for me, like I mentioned earlier, and you've probably seen, I've not got a connection to Disney, all that kind of stuff, so I'm there for like the rides, the food, and just to chill out and have a laugh and stuff. Whereas I think the rides in Paris, like the same rides you've got in Orlando, the ones in Paris are a better version of them, more intense and stuff like that. I think Paris has just got a bit more of a chilled, laid back vibe, rather than Orlando.
I get
very full on, like, and I think.
Well, Paris,
and there's new things coming to Paris as well, which
Avengers
sound a
Campus
little bit
is just
more
opened.
Cool as well.
They're getting Star Wars on. They're getting Arendelle for Frozen.
They are, yeah.
So
you can go to your sing along again.
Absolutely, I love that. Oh, it's so fun.
So yeah, I really do like the Paris one.
If we're comparing the Magic Kingdoms, which is what it is, then yeah. Plus Hollywood Studios, once it gets these new areas, that'll be brilliant as well. So for the travel time, for the way that you can do it all, we can do the full park in 2 days, 3 days. It's not as stressful. You've got all the restaurants still. You've got better versions of the rides: Space Mountain, Thunder Mountain, Pirates, Indiana Jones. You know, Paris for me.
And they're doing up the Disney Village as well, aren't they? They're doing a big like refurb on that as well to make it more like Disney Springs. So that'd be quite cool. Big project going on over there.
So there we go. Did you ever wear the watch that Danny gifted you? And would you both ever do Disney World again? Well, I think we've answered the Disney World again. I didn't wear it once.
Would you?
I can definitely tell you where it is now, though.
In the bin.
No, I don't know where it is. It's probably in my suitcase somewhere still.
No, it was just a novelty gift.
It was a bit of a joke present.
Would we go to Disney World again?
I think we've already answered it. I 100% would. You would if the situation was right later in life.
No, that was Tokyo.
Alright.
If I was in Japan, I'll nip there for a day, possibly two. Don't know what it's like, I'm not looking into it. Disney World, Disney World. I don't know. Probably not. Maybe.
Right.
I've done it. I've been. Maybe. I think it's one of them places, isn't it? I think everyone should probably go once to say you've been. It's one of those places. Quite famous. You've been. You've done it. But yeah, if I was to go back, it'd be a while off, I think. But I'd probably do it with like a family group trip kind of thing, rather than just like with one of my mates. Like, I think if I have to go in, like, we had a laugh and it was good fun, weren't it? But it's not somewhere I'd be like, oh, Jane, can't you go in Disney World Orlando next year? Like,
we're going to Vegas next time. If we're going on holiday together again, it'll be Vegas.
Well, it's all like Benidorm.
Or Benidorm.
Do you know what I mean? More like them kind of holidays. But I think once we've been,
well, we've got a Haven trip coming up again soon.
Haven trip going there. But yeah, I think
Primrose. Is it Primrose we're going?
Primrose Valley.
Primrose Valley.
But I think Orlando. It was good. We had a laugh, but because I'm not at the big Disney. Just put this up here. I'm not into it. I would go again. It's not somewhere I'm like, oh, I'm never gonna go again. Like I would go again, but probably just wouldn't go with one of my mates and do it differently.
So we go again, but not going again. But we're going again, but we're not going again. But we go again.
Do you know what I mean?
Here we go. Another question, you mentioned you had used Amazon Fresh for groceries. We've had this question quite a lot. Did you do this before you arrived or once in location? And how did you set up an additional US account to make your order? I have UK Prime and intend on using Amazon Fresh for some snacks and water. We've had this question such a lot. So Amazon Fresh, we simply Googled Amazon Fresh USA while we're in the UK still. We're in the hotel before we flew. So we Googled Amazon Fresh USA, went into their website and I was logged into my account as normal. I've got Amazon Prime. I think you have to have Amazon Prime to use it. So I've got Amazon Prime anyway. We then put in you Googled the hotel address, Pop Centra's address.
Yeah, just get the full address, just the zip code and street names and whatever.
We put that in as our delivery address and everything else, residence address and whatever, and just placed the order. Added everything to our basket.
Dead easy.
Checkout, you get to choose a 2-hour window in which you want your stuff to be arriving on your dates and 2-hour window. So we did ask for like 8 PM till 10 PM at night on the day we'd arrive because we wouldn't get into the hotel till about 6 or something. And then you get a little notification when it's been delivered and you go down to literally where they have a specific like grocery drop off and pick up area. Go down there, pick it up. Easy as that, really simple.
Dead easy, and then we did it again whilst we were there.
Halfway through,
a couple of orders just to restock our fridge with like drinks and get a bit more snacks in. So did it when we were there as well, just exactly the same. Very simple to do. You'll be fine. Just have a little Google, get on there, and just go through the boxes, and you'll be fine. It was well worth doing as well. Well worth doing.
100%. Well, we got 24 waters for about $3.
Yeah, so much cheaper.
And they're $5 each in the park.
And we had like, I don't know if you've watched the vlog, you might have. I think you ever filmed what you put in the fridge on the arrival, on the travel day. Go there, we've got like the fridge of all our Monsters and Red Bulls and Cokes and everything. Like, you're only like $40, $50, I think.
$44, I think it was.
Where if we'd have went to the shop, it was like €5 for one can of Monster or something. $5 for like one can of Monster. So
it was $4.55.
Yeah, definitely.
Did either of you have any desire to get out of the tourist bubble and experience real life in Florida, as to a lesser extent the US? So did any of us want to leave the parks and just go and explore Florida itself?
Well, I mean, Florida's a very big place.
Well, Orlando.
Orlando, yeah. Yeah, like I would have liked to have probably gone down International Drive and had a look down there, and obviously there's the famous shops and stuff, or your outlets and whatnot. I'd have liked to have done that, but Jamie had a very strict itinerary for us, so we couldn't. No, I'm joking. It's just one of them things, innit? Like,
we'd have both, but I'd have loved to as well, to go down there.
We just had all the plans and whatever, and it just didn't happen. But
Will it be
I'd
in our
like
first
to.
trip? We
If I
had all
was,
the parks,
if
didn't
I
we?
was to go back that area again, I would go and have a little venture out down there. But then I guess that's still probably the tourist bubble. But yeah, but no, I'd like to go outside of the Disney bubble, so to say.
Outside of the Disney bubble, like I said, I'd love to do iDrive. I wanted to go to Gateway World, do an airboat ride as well down in like the boggy creeks and things. I'd love to go to Busch Gardens, so that's what, an hour and a half down the road. So yeah, but with it being a first trip, we just stay local because there's so much to do. Look, we've changed.
We're back. Technical difficulties.
Well, one, the camera decided to play up, and then two, I was looking at the lights and I'm like, is it strobing, is it flickering? So we've had a bit of a rearrange.
Because of the LED
You've
lights.
got bloody LEDs. So we had a rearrange anyway. So that was, would we do the part, or would we venture out
Okay.
of Florida a bit?
Next question.
In the vlog you mentioned you had planned out the trip. Did you manage to do everything you wanted in the Disney parks, or did you miss out on some rides? And did you go to any water parks at Disney? No, we didn't do any water parks. We weren't fussed about doing water parks.
No.
If I was going to do one next time I was there, I'd do Volcano Bay probably at Universal. That looks really good. But in terms of planning it out, we used Dream Planner, and it has all the dates. You put your dining reservations in there, you put any attractions you want to do, etc. But in terms of actual planning days out, we didn't. We just knew we were going to this park on this day because you have to make a park reservation. You can't get in without them. Well, you couldn't when we went anyway at the time we were recording this. So all we knew was we do this part this day. That was it, wasn't it?
And then when we were there, just
Looking
go
on
with
the,
it.
on the app.
Use the app.
Get off your phone, you get off your money.
So I'd be on my app like this, checking the times. Then all them Karens on YouTube would be like, why get his phone? Get off his phone. Shut up.
Well, that's the thing though.
That's all we did.
Disney's very phone
We
based
didn't
now.
plan, right, we're going to do this ride today and this ride and do this ride. We just went with what the shortest queue were.
With the
or if
genie
we'd
and-
bought the lightning lanes and stuff. And just went with it, really.
Well, now that
Didn't miss out on any rides.
now
Did
Disney's
everything.
got the Genie Plus and all that, you've got to be on your phone. If you're not tech savvy, if you're not on your phone,
Screwed.
then you're not making the most of your day. You're not going to know what the wait times are. You're not going to know what lightning lane times you can get. So you've got to be constantly looking at it throughout the day. So that's why it was. But yeah, we didn't have plans to ride. The only ride I think that we missed was
I can't think of any.
there was Ripsaw Falls at Universal, but that was due to storms and things. We simply just ran out of time.
And that was due to me not wanting to go on it as well.
But I would have done like I did with the River Rapids and things.
I don't want to get wet.
Other than that, we really did everything. Like, we weren't bothered about Carousel of Progress, Hall of Presidents, that kind of thing. So everything we wanted to do, I didn't think we would. Everything we wanted to do, we did.
We did it, yeah.
We came back happy, saying not feeling like we'd missed anything. So next up, loving the vlogs about the weather in Orlando, June and July. Is it safe or rain every day or no? Well, if you've watched any of the videos, you'll see that we only had rain once.
Once, that was in May.
Well, we had it when we were in Rainforest Cafe. It started, so we missed it completely.
We were lucky because obviously you're talking June and July, so I think it does rain a lot more in June and July. Because I think when we left, I've seen things on social media the week after and stuff. It was throwing it down every day.
Yeah.
So you are going to get rain. You've got to plan for it, and if you don't get it, bonus. But just prepare for it. And it's not bad. Like with the one time we had it like bad, it was like an hour.
And we were in the hotel anyway.
And we just got back. But like, if it's in the middle of the day, you know, storm, shower, whatever, it's going to be an hour. You're going to get wet, but then within half an hour, you're dry. So just prepare for it. In your bag, I had sliders, a spare top, Do you know what I mean? During the day I had like swim gym shorts on anyway, so they just dry naturally and stuff. So just prepare for it. Have a towel in your bag. You'll be ready.
I had a mini umbrella, flip flops. We just took stuff in case it did downpour, or if we went on a water ride, we'd put our flip flops on. Not that you went on many, but you did a couple.
I did one or two. I did two.
You did two. You did
one at
Smash
Universal.
Mountain, and you did Popeye's barges on the VIP day.
Exactly. I don't shy away from log flumes.
But at the Orca show at SeaWorld, you're like, woo! And you get
I
drenched.
enjoy that. I
You
love
love
that. I sponsor one in Canada.
Shamoom.
North. On the northeast tip of the boat. In North Canada, somewhere. Bless her. £4 a month.
How many days were you there? How many days did you do parks? Did you find it much more expensive than previous years? Can I ask how much the entire trip cost? We've already mentioned roughly the cost of the trip. We don't know if it was more expensive than previous years as we haven't been before. We did the parks every day apart from one. We had one rest day where we just totally did Disney Springs and pool.
Yeah.
But then we had a couple of half days where we do pool and park.
So we were there for 2 weeks. We had park reservations every day, but we had one day planned where we wouldn't go to our reservation. But then, like I just said, with some days we'd go back to the hotel at 3, 4 and chill. So
some days we won't go out to the parks till 11 because we'd just have a lazy day.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really as much as it seems like an 8 was go, go, go. We were chilled, but still, even with having the lions and things, it's a long.
But even in the
day,
same
so
line,
intense.
that's not a line for me because as well, I weren't sleeping great. So sometimes I won't go there. I might get up and start to get ready at say 10 a.m. But I've probably been laying in bed wide awake since 7 a.m. just trying to get a little bit more sleep and maybe not falling asleep till half 2, 3. But yeah, it's tiring. But yeah, I went to the parks more or less every day. Alright, welcome back.
Another
Again.
change. We use all SD cards, haven't we, when we've been away? So we have to.
And it's not cleared them. Anyway, moving on. Next question, class. Right. So, how was it overall going at that time of the year? Would you recommend or would you prefer to go another time? For example, Halloween or Christmas? Would you consider a trip to Disneyland? That time of year was good. It was hot, but not too hot. It was a nice 30 to 33 degrees, which was very pleasant. Again, like we've mentioned earlier, got lucky with the rain. Rained once the entire 2 weeks.
Didn't feel too busy.
Didn't feel massively packed. Obviously, if you go in during the summer when all the school holidays are on, it's going to be a lot busier. So I probably would avoid going July or August.
Well, you've got to look at American holidays as well.
American
spring
holidays,
break,
UK school holidays, So I'd always avoid going in school holidays. Obviously, some of you don't have that option if you're going with your kids, so you've got to go when you've got to go.
Yes, I would consider doing Halloween.
You know what I'm saying?
Mickey's not so scary, looks really, really good, and Universal's Halloween Horror Nights look really good. So I would consider going, but I just don't know whether I'd want to queue an hour, 2 hours to go through a maze when I can do all that in the UK and not have the massive horrendous queues just for a scare maze. Because I do like going to the horror mazes and things with my friends over Halloween and that. So maybe Christmas I think would be cool though as well. But again, it's just too busy, so I'm happy when we went. Really happy when we went. Yes, I'd consider going California. Already mentioned the original park that Walt himself built and envisioned, so yes, I want to go there.
I wouldn't. Shock. No, I wouldn't go over there specifically for a Halloween or a Christmas thing, but I would go to Disneyland Paris. I have done Disneyland Paris over New Year before. That was really cool. I was there for the New Year's Eve and the fireworks and all that kind of stuff. So I'd go there because it's just easier, but I won't go all the way to Orlando just to go for Halloween or Christmas there. But if I go to somewhere like that, I'd go to Paris. Disneyland, no, I've no real interest. Again, it's one of those things. If I was in California, I'd pop in and say hello for a day. Next question. How long have you two been buddies? What made you start vlogging trips together? Have you been travelling together for a long time? What sort of work do you do in your non-YouTube life? That's several questions there, JM Showers.
I've answered all of them.
We've been friends now for 4 years. We met working together in 2018. So yeah, 4 years we've been friends. What made us start vlogging? So there were talk of going to this Disney World trip.
You'd be surprised to know it's all Danny's idea.
Let me answer the question. Stop trying to show off and steal the limelight. There've been talk of this trip. There were going to be 4 of us going at one point, and then it just dwindled down to 2. And then Jamie was like, "Oh, I've been watching these YouTube vlogs." I was like, "Get a life." And then he was like, "You'll like them." I was like, "Right, who shall I watch?" He told me a couple. I watched them, and they were all right, and they were quite good to watch.
I feel like to.
And then I said, "Why don't we film our trip? It'll be a laugh." I'm like, "Oh no, I don't want to do that." I said, "Oh, it'll be funny. Like, we're not going to take it seriously." Anyway, then it was like, "All right, go on then." And that's how it happened. But then we had to put Billy back a year, so then we just started filming random stuff we get up to now and again, just as practice or whatever. And that's how it all came about, really. And what sort of work do you do in your non-YouTube life? Jamie works in pubs and clubs and stuff.
I'm a DJ primarily, but I also run pubs. So
what kind of DJ are you?
One that plays music.
But do you mix or do you just press play?
Oh no, we do a bit of everything. Compare events, arenas.
Cheerleaders. He's a cheerleader.
Compare cheerleading events.
Oh, he compares it. I love it though. Whenever he puts on his Facebook, he's like, "Oh, I'm off cheerleading for a weekend." Alright, lad.
No, yeah. So probably a DJ, but then I also manage a couple of pubs as well. So yeah, very, very busy. 7 days a week.
He leads a very glamorous lifestyle. Mine's not so glamorous.
I chase those coins.
I'm warehousing and driving forklift trucks. Very different jobs we do.
So in between doing all that, I get as much of the vlogs done as I can. So if they're a day late here or there, soz. Busy man.
Thank you for your questions. Sorry I missed the beginning of this. Just to say, great vlogs, very down to earth, saying things as you found them. Not a question, but a nice comment. So thank you. How easy and how much were Uber and Lyfts from Universal to Disney after shows? Also, really enjoyed your vlogs. Very easy to get. Obviously, you can use both the apps, compare the prices and stuff, and there's a designated waiting area for them. How much were it? About $15?
So I installed Lyft while we're at Manchester Airport.
Tell them about your pink and stuff now.
Yeah, little
get your
tips.
promo code. You might get some money.
No, I've no use for it. So I installed Lyft while we were at the airport, Manchester Airport, to go out. And it said, refer a friend, get credit to use. So I referred Danny, etc. We didn't get any of the credit to use in the end, did we? It never turned up.
It didn't work.
But on the top left in the menu, you drop down, it had Lyft Pink at the top, and I'm like, oh, what's that? So I clicked on that, and it said, start your 1 month free trial now. And you get reduced fares, you get priority pickup for free, executive car types, all included. So I was like, oh, well, we're going for 2 weeks, we get this for free, I'll just cancel it when we come back, which I did. So we got all the perks and benefits and didn't have to pay for it. So check out Lyft Pink if you get a free trial, use it.
Yeah, if you've not downloaded Lyft and you're downloading it just for your trip.
We never waited more than 2-3 minutes for a taxi, really, did we?
No, only once when some idiot driving to pick us up.
To Universal from Pop Centric was about $22, and to SeaWorld again was about $20, $25, something like that. So around the $20 mark each way. So pretty easy.
Next question is from a friend of the channel, Lisa Owens.
Lisa, who did Epcot, her and her daughter. They watched Harmonious with us. They kept us company for an hour and a half while we camped out a spot.
They did. So the question is, what was your favourite and what was your least favourite? I think I'm guessing like thing or ride. And was there something you didn't expect about America? And is there any other places you'd like to visit in America? So So if we mentioned our favourites earlier, all our favourite rides and stuff earlier in this video. My least favourite, It's a Small World, but I had to go on there due to forfeit.
Oh yeah, if it's less than 10, we'll go on it. 10.
What was something you didn't expect about America? Nothing I didn't really expect. I think not that I didn't expect it. I think I kind of didn't expect it, but I think everyone in, not so much America, but in obviously where we are in Disney, just the staff, the servers and everyone, they are just like dead friendly and so like happy to be there. So I really,
apart from that Planet Hollywood one.
But in like the parks and stuff, everyone is just like
super
so friendly, which obviously you do expect. You don't expect it to be that friendly.
Like we found with yourself, where you're asking the question,
just bumping into people.
When we
like
sat waiting for Harmonious together.
Another place I'd like to visit, I want to go to Chicago, New York, Miami, San Francisco, Boston, Texas, and Tennessee.
I want to do an American road trip, starting in Orlando, going all the way to San Francisco, doing all the Disney parks in America, the Six Flags parks, and other cool tourist attractions all the way. About a 3-week drive up across America.
Thank you, Lisa.
Great to meet you again. Thank you.
Did you spend all your budget, and what was your best value for money thing that you did or got, and or anything that you wouldn't bother doing if you went again?
We budgeted about $100 a day each because we were buying all our food, etc. I don't think we actually spent it.
Nah. I took $100 a day because I'm not like a merch person. I'm not going to be spending money on merchandises or anything like that.
We don't do the pins, we don't really go in the shops, do we?
Everything was already prepaid for that we were doing, so we just literally needed like food and drink money. So and during the days I didn't have a massive appetite, especially in that weather, just keeping hydrated and stuff, and then little snacks here and there in a meal. So $100 a day I found was good. There were some days I'd spend more than others, but as a bulk,
especially when we went to somebody's Splitsville for the day of drinks.
Disney Springs, Splitsville.
Oh my god.
Best value for money, definitely the resort mugs you get in your hotel. $20 when you first get there on the day.
Good shout.
And then just refill as much as you want, especially if you're in your families and you're spending more days at the hotels and you're by the pool, just in and out to the quick service for your drinks, because when you walk around the parks, you're paying $4 or $5 for a bottle of Coke, whereas in the hotel you can just keep refilling for $20 for the entire trip. The best value thing. Anything I wouldn't bother doing if I went again, meeting characters. What about you? Anything you wouldn't do?
Anything I wouldn't do?
I don't think there is. You'd loved it all, ain't you?
Yeah, I don't think I would have a pool day. Or after dinner, I'd probably just go right through.
Back again. Take 502. Right. So we just finished about budgets and money. So tipping, on average throughout the whole trip, how much do you think you spent on tipping? Planet Hollywood, if the service was crap, did you still feel obligated to tip? The tipping, I don't know how much you spent on throughout the trip, didn't really keep count of it.
15 to 20%.
Yeah, 15-20% on things. So we weren't doing like big stuff. Like if you went for like a few drinks and it was like, say $12 for a round or whatever, we probably rounded up to like $15 or whatever and things like that. But I don't know how much it was for the entire trip.
No.
Not really keep account of it. But it's dead easy to do. Planet Hollywood, no, we didn't feel obligated to tip. We didn't tip. Like I know it's a thing out there, but again, if they're not giving you the service to tip, don't feel bad about it. The amount of people they're serving in them days, the amount of tips they're going to get, they're not going to miss if you don't tip. But if you don't feel like...
I said to Danny, I'm not tipping it. And when the service we've had, we had to be up and down all the time and getting our own cutlery and getting our own thing. And the weight we had and the food was... We didn't feel like it, did we? So
exactly.
We didn't. Everywhere else we did. All the other restaurants.
Everywhere else, no problem. I'll tip. More than happy to. But if you don't deserve it, you ain't getting it.
Yeah.
Danny is too funny. What did you think of this ride? ? Shite. Not a question, but yeah, thank you. You've got to be honest, haven't you?
It's Danny for you.
Speak your mind. Answered that. Jamie, this one's for you. Did you ever find your magic band or your GoPro battery?
Nope. If you've watched the one where we go to Disney Springs and get very, 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 very drunk in Splits film, the next morning I lost the GoPro battery, I lost the magic band that we just picked up. No idea where they went, no one ever found them, reported them lost, they never turned up. No big drama, again went on Amazon, bought a new GoPro battery over there, delivered to the hotel. Then the next day delivery, happy days. Oh, excuse him, might be on his phone.
Is that alright, Karen? Let's go. Right, so, would you consider doing a Universal only trip?
No. Because I feel like, because I'm going to America, I want to be there for probably 10 days at least. I don't think I could stretch 10 days over Universal. So I would probably do a non-Disney trip and do Universal, do Gate World, do Busch Gardens, do iDrive, but not just Universal.
Yeah, similar for me.
But I would do a non-Disney.
I think because, obviously coming from the UK, obviously if you lived in America, you could easily just go Universal for a 3-4 night trip or whatever, but coming from, obviously England, it's a long way to go for 3 or 4 nights, because you can't stretch Universal or that. I mean, possibly a week you could if you split the parks up with other stuff going on and things. I could potentially do a week there. Couldn't do 2. But again, I'd do it as part of probably just another trip in America, a bit like the couple we met, Chloe and what's your name? Joe. I'd do it as part of another trip. By that couple, Chloe and Joe. They did like a really cool trip, so I think they went into like Miami, then they come down, we met them at Universal, and then they did like one Disney park, I think Hollywood Studios, then they went down to Mexico for like an all-inclusive holiday. That sounds class. I'd do something a bit like that. But Universal only is like a package, potentially, for a 1 week, because it is the best parks there. What was your best favourite evening entertainment?
Cirque du Soleil. There you go. Cirque du Soleil, Disney Springs, drawn to life.
That was the only really thing that we did, weren't it? I mean, obviously
you've also got the show, but then in terms of nighttime spectacular, I think Universal's was amazing, and Harmonious was incredible, and Enchantment was very, very good. But Cirque du Soleil wins. For me,
yeah, I'm trying to think. It was good to watch. It was better than standing watching like the fireworks and the projections and stuff. So yeah, I'd have to go Cirque du Soleil as well. Would you do it again?
Yep.
Maybe.
Well, you kind of answered it in the other question.
Maybe yeah, I've kind of already done that. Did Danny actually enjoy the holiday? I did, in my own little way. Actually, I'm not going to be over enthusiastic and flamboyant and like into it at all as like Jamie is. But I had a good time. I enjoyed myself on my holidays. I had a laugh with my mate. I had fun. Enjoyed the weather, the food.
We did have a really good time. We had really good bands. Everything you see where he takes the mick and all that, and we take the mick out of each other. That's us. That's how we were.
That's it. I know there was a handful of comments about me walking around on my phone like I weren't bothered about being there, but like, I am not going to be fake. Like, if I'm on my holidays, I'm chilling and I'm going to walk around. I can still enjoy myself while I'm walking around, like, you know, doing whatever.
Plus, there was some massive games on Burnley were being relegated.
We were getting relegated at the time, yeah.
And he's the biggest Burnley fan. You had a season ticket for so many years.
Yeah, it's like if Jamie haven't started filming, doing what he does, I'm not going to be like, yeah, guys, like, this is just not me. Like, I think, but the majority of people get it and they like the dynamic. Like, Jamie is what he is and I'm what I am, and they love the contrast between us. So if you don't watch. What was your favourite meal from the trip? I think we'll have the same answer to this one. The Rainforest Cafe burgers. The whole overall experience. The first time
Especially
we went.
the first time with that server.
The food was amazing, like so good. The server was brilliant, and it was just a proper meal.
It's
like
Corrine.
No, that was bloody Planet Hollywood in Paris. That one, weren't it? I think.
Oh, right. Anyway. Planet Hollywood, yeah. Rainforest Cafe, sorry.
Rainforest Cafe in
we went twice, didn't we?
Disney Springs one.
We actually ended up booking it again.
Yeah, I booked it again and wanted that meal again. Because like I just got sick of like quick service, fast food, chicken tenders and chips and stuff, and I needed a proper like meal, and just proper fresh burger. Oh, it was so good. If you could go back tomorrow, what would be the first thing you'd do?
Either Universal for Velocicoaster or SeaWorld for their coasters.
First thing I would do, yeah, probably check in. I don't know, yeah. But it depends if it were hot like this, probably dive in the pool and get me oils on. And the final question was, would you stay at Pop Century again?
Hands down, yes, 100%. We've got the Facebook questions.
Oh, have we? Back on phone again. Yeah, I'd stay at Pop again, it was class. Everything
Pop
that I wanted and needed for my trip and my experience, they had. Oh, I don't know who that is. Oh, that's me. That one. Yeah, it was class, to be fair.
You got them.
I've got them. I know how to work Facebook. I'm on it 2 weeks in Florida. They all know I can work my foot on. Don't need your help. You can't bloody send an email. Right, here we go. Let's have a look. I might have edit. We might have had some repeat. We might have had some repeat questions. So if we didn't read your question out, we might have already read it out. You know what I mean? Okay. Well, we've had this. This is two questions. One we've answered. One we've not answered. So, Danny, would you go again? I've answered that. Probably not with Jamie or like another mate, but I'll probably go with like a family trip or something. If like me little niece and stuff wanted to go. I know I'm just repeating that, but this is part of it as well. Jamie, how much Disney Blues do you have? That was from the same person, you see. How much Disney Blues do you have?
I don't. It's been a dream trip.
But when you got back, you must have had that first few days. You were a bit panning for your max goof and stuff.
No. I think everything we did was perfect amount of time. You know, it was full on. I felt like I needed a holiday after it, to be fair, just to go and chill and do nothing, which is what I did. And I did go on holiday, but it was a drinking holiday.
Surprise.
I need home. So
I swore you'd text me a few days after saying you just want to be back in Max Goofy's arms. Right. Danny, who was your favourite stuffed animal character you met? Jamie, when's your next Disney trip?
I don't think I'm going back straight away. I'd love to. Can't afford it.
My favourite stuffed animal character I met? I can't even remember what stuffed ones we met.
You gave Sully a hug. You gave Mickey a hug.
That was just weird, that though.
You went in for it. You
I know,
instigated.
I felt intimidated. Not intimidated. Forced. Yeah, I'd say Mickey Mouse was like he's the only acceptable one, I think. So yeah, say Mickey, but only once. I don't need to queue up an hour to see him again.
At DLP, you met Buzz. He's acceptable.
Yeah, he's quite cool. So when's your next trip? When's your next Disney trip?
Not got it planned, mate, but it'll probably be a Paris one. If I can get like a couple of days free from work. Yeah, not had a day off in the last few months now since being back, so 7 days a week, mate. If I've got any time free DLP, I'll sort something.
Yeah, DLP is cool, easy to get to.
Tell the truth, you preferred Universal to Disney. Winky face.
We have.
I did, yes. I did.
Well, we've said it. I mean, we preferred the rides there and everything. Disney for the magic and the characters and experiences, but Universal would be, and SeaWorld would be the better parks for us, adrenaline junkies.
Yeah. Oh, you gutted you didn't do any of the water parks. Was there a reason why you didn't? No, not good. It was our choice. Like we could have gone to it on one of like our half days in the like main parks or rest days, but just not a big water park fan. Like I like chilling by a pool. I don't really enjoy being
getting
in
your
like,
hair
a
wet.
rubber ring. No, don't get my hair wet. But no, we're just not big water park people. We just chill by the pool, and my hotel had one. I'm quite scared of water slides.
I like a water slide, I do. Still,
I always feel like
Aqualandia and Benidorm, you still love it.
fall out at the side of it. I've answered these other questions. And the final question then.
No, I've got another one. Someone's messing me private on my phone as well.
Ooh, slid into DMs, have they? Well, the final one off here is when's your merch coming out?
Merch?
Yeah.
We don't have merch.
Well, we could.
What do you want to see? That if we were going to have merch, what would you want to see?
Phone case.
What, Danny and Jamie, D and J?
T-shirts, hoodies, mugs.
Catchphrases, hey up, hello, how do? What do you want? What do you want to see?
If we can make money, we'll do it.
OnlyFans.
No.
Well, you say if they pay the right amount.
No, we're not having a Danny and Jamie OnlyFans.
No.
Look at that. Right. What's his private question you've got now? Off Dale. Who's Dale?
So yeah, we've had a few
Mr.
last minute questions at R3 from Dale, Mr. Coaster Capturer. Well, he's not Mr. Coaster Capturer, he's just Coaster Capturer on Instagram. But Jess is Mrs. Coaster Capturer. You'll find them on The Coaster Capturers on YouTube. Very good friends of ours. Very good friends of mine anyway now. After meeting them a few times, anyway, few questions.
Getting all emotional.
I love them to bits. Check them out, they're very like us with a sense of humour, like exact same sense of humour. So if you like our content, you'll like theirs, go and check them out.
Ours is better.
Danny,
Oh no.
can you do your American accent again?
Yeah. What part of America shall I do?
Just start speaking.
American. Well, what do I say? Put me on the spot to say.
Everything you say
talk.
now.
I can just talk like, hey buddy.
Tell us what your favourite ride was in your American accent.
My favourite ride. No, I don't know why I tried to do Southern American. My feet. Oh. Oh, I don't know. I just think of something and then do it. Let me go off camera. Can't do it. Hey, my favourite. I can do other accents. I can do Scottish. If you want me to do Scottish, I'll do a Scottish accent.
Do American.
I
You were doing it all trip.
I do Scouse, mate. I can do Scouse and Liverpool.
He wants American again.
I can't do an American accent, mate. I can't do it.
He's finally admitted it. All trip is
I'm only joking. I can do it. I'm Scottish. I do Wales and the valleys in Wales. I can do all
Right.
the UK. Come on, next question, man. What the hell,
Both
dude?
pick one favourite experience from each park to
I've got
make
time for that,
a
Dale.
Danny and Jamie park and include 3 characters.
No, there's no characters being involved.
I think it would be Velocicoaster, Hagrid's and Mako for me. Top 3, they would be in my park.
You don't have to say every park. Pick one from every park.
Or one from each experience.
It's a lot, that, isn't it?
It's not got time, mate. Sorry.
Battery's running out. Yeah, the SeaWorld ones, Universal ones, and if I had to pick anything from Disney, you've got to put Tower of Terror in because it's a landmark. Yeah.
And Max Goof would be there.
And Belle.
And Belle.
And Jasmine.
Okay.
And Sleeping Beauty.
And Donald Duck.
And Cinderella.
And Mickey. And maybe Captain Jack. Where's the ram gone? Where's the ram gone?
Donald, I can do a Donald Duck impression.
Go on.
I've been practicing this. This is me moment.
Can you say something though, as in?
No, I just do the quack.
I hope your neighbours are going on now.
What?
The walls are only thin. I hope your neighbours are going.
They've been practicing all week. They come out of a day.
Jamie.
Donald Duck in your apartment.
Jamie, did you actually finish watching The Witches on the plane? No. I had it on for 9 hours. We ended up playing games and things on my phone, didn't we?
It's been 2 months since you got back. He's still not finished it.
No, never watched it. Change again.
We're back.
We're back again. Change. Dale, we were in between your question, but we've got so much going on. We're so busy, and camera problems and busyness, so we had to get on move. We were in the middle of answering Dale's question. How much effing food did you take on plane?
Oh, is that
How much of it did you eat? Yeah.
Well, we took a bit of supplies. Yeah. You got to be prepared for all eventualities.
Watch Travel Day if you've not seen it before.
Watch Travel Day, see what's in Danny's bag.
I didn't even realise until I watched it back. I was, oh my god.
But anything could happen, so you've got to be prepared for delays, the cancellations. Prepared.
Like Bear Grylls, any survival event, we'd have had food stock for the next month. But then he also asked the question, favourite, but we had to skip it because we were really late, but now we've got a bit of time. Favourite attraction in each park, if you were making your own park, or was it your top 3 from all the parks?
No, your favourite one from each park.
Favourite one, and which characters?
Which characters?
So from, if we were making our own park, let's start with Animal Kingdom, because I think that was an easy one. Would it be Flight of Passage, or would it be Everest? I think Flight of Passage.
Yeah, Flight of Passage. Everest is just a standard roller coaster.
Yeah, so we'd have Flight of Passage. Then from Epcot, they've now got Guardians of the Galaxy, but I'm not going to include that because we didn't get to ride it. So I would say Test Track, but I think you'd say Mission Space. Or Soaring, sorry. Soaring from Epcot.
Yeah, Soaring. Like, Mission Space is alright. Wasn't really what I thought. It was still good fun. Test Track, found quite boring.
We get a bit of variety. Soaring's a good
Soaring was really nice. I did like Soaring.
Cool, so we've got Flight Passage Soaring from Hollywood Studios. I think it'd have to be Rise.
Or Tower of Terror.
Or Tower of Terror, yeah.
It's like, I said, it's like this famous landmark, innit?
Tower of Terror.
At Rising.
So yeah, Tower of Terror, I think actually, get a drop tower in there. Bit of variety in our park. It's a very good one as well. So speak again in a minute. Let me turn her off. Right, here we go. Yeah, Tower of Terror, and then we've got from Magic Kingdom, Big Thunder Mountain, Splash Mountain. Get a log flume in there.
I'm not fussed about anything in Magic Kingdom. Rides wise, very tame, weren't it?
I think probably Splash just to get a log flume in. It's a big one. It's a thrilling one.
It's hardly thrilling.
Not a big drop.
Not big enough for me, that.
Because Big Thunder Mountain was okay, but we've got better roller coasters coming up that we'll have in the park.
Right.
So a good log flume Splash. That's our Disney picks.
A water one in then.
Then let's go to Universal then. Universal Studios first. Is the Hulk in Studios?
I just class it all as I'm not a nerd. It's just Universal for me. I don't care. Islands of Adventure, or you like, it's all one in it.
No,
it is. They're all the same thing.
Rip Ride Rocket is in Universal, so we could have that.
On the Lost where's that?
Or Escape from Gringotts. That's in Islands of Adventure.
Which one's that?
So let's put them all together then and pick 2 because there's 2 parts. We'll put them all together. Doesn't matter if they're the same or different. 2 Universal rides.
Velocicoaster then, obviously, and then
Hagrid's.
Then Hagrid's Motorbike.
They are 2. And then from SeaWorld.
I don't know names of them, but they were all really good.
I think Mako, the one
proper rides
with the big drops and all the airtime.
If you want your proper roller coasters, thrill, your highs, like, yeah, go SeaWorld, it's class. There's only 5 or 6 rides, but they're all amazing.
They are.
When you go to like a Disney park, it's like
even Manta Ray.
They're all very tame. It's more like Disney-esque in it. But up there, like every ride is amazing.
Yeah. I'd go for Mako just 'cause it's a big hyper coaster and one with a little just lap bar where you got big drops.
Yeah.
But it's Manta, right? Manta, which is like Galactica Alton Towers. Galactica's boring as, but that one was actually sick. I was like, you know what,
Yeah,
flying
that's
coasters
good,
now
that.
back on my list. I rate him again.
I enjoyed that.
But yeah, Manta, I think. So that'd be
There
our
you
picks,
go.
mate. Characters then. Mickey, Max Goof. Max Goof is the main mascot, the character. Belle, she'd be there.
Have all the princesses.
All the princesses.
All the princesses.
Then we're having the Fab Five and Max. Yeah, Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, Daisy. We'll have the
No.
Fab Six, Pluto, but Max Goof as well. I don't care, as long as Max is there. Max and Belle, they're the two main mascots.
It's our
There you
park.
Right, that's our Disney Orlando Park.
Q&A. Oh no.
Yeah, Q&A
done.
finished.
Yeah,
Thank you
Q&A
so
done.
much. We've had so many questions. We didn't read everyone individually because a lot of them crossed over into things and that. But yeah, for the next one that we do, give us a follow on Instagram, join the Facebook page, etc. Keep your eyes on the YouTube channel. We'll do another one at some point as well. Maybe when we go to Haven, we could do another question and answer about that as well. Join the socials. Thank you for watching this incredible series. We've absolutely loved making it, and you know, having all you guys watch it and comment and follow us and subscribe and everything. It's meant the world.
Become a big part of your life these past couple of months since playing back on it.
It has, mate. I've
All
had
the editing,
working 7 days a week while doing all these videos.
all your networking, making friends for life.
Well, that's true as well, especially with yeah. Sorry to say them again, but coaster capturers Dale and Jets.
It's just nice to give you a hobby though, isn't it? 'Cause you don't get out much, Jamie.
I don't have time anymore.
Just likes to sit on his laptop on his YouTube networking. It's been good
I
for
used to be able to have time, but now because I have this, I don't.
So yeah, it's been cool. So the next plans really, nothing really. It's just the Haven, couple of days in Haven in September.
Yeah, we've got Haven coming up. I'll be doing things. I'm going to try and get down to Blackpool again because we've got the pass cards. Try and get down to Blackpool, maybe with Danny, maybe with others, maybe with friends, maybe with Dale, with Jess. So yeah.
It's just a tricky time of year now. So 2 weeks tomorrow, the football season starts. So for me, that takes up a lot of my spare time.
I'll be getting out, taking you doing things and out exploring. I've got a couple, but I'm going to Alton Towers for Run Alton Towers. I'm not running the 5k or anything or the marathon. But Dale is, so I'm going spectator ticket. I watch him there, then you get exclusive ride access to the park as well. So I'm going to go there, watch him run.
Sounds fun.
Chill with Jess, so we'll have a vlog coming from that. Yeah, I'll get down to Blackpool. I'll do other things. I'll get you out and about, don't you worry.
You will.
Happy days.
There we go.
Thank you.
It's done.
That's all I can say. Thank you. We'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra.
Bye.